I think a lot of the times when it comes to finances, people are often waiting till they're ready to make any kind of sudden choices or decisions to jump into. What are Do you agree with that statement? Or
Like, I'm
find
going to start investing next month or next
Yeah,
year.
my goal for 2026 is to start,
Yeah.
or once I get this debt paid off, I'll do something. Do you
Yeah.
think that actually happens?
No, you just got to go for it. You got to take some action.
Take some action. You
Take
just got
some
to set it
action.
up. I think Ryan and I, we've been to a couple of art teacher conferences, and we've talked to several people along the way. And some people are like, well, I'm only at my 9 year teaching. I'm not there yet. I don't need to worry about finances yet. Right. And I think oftentimes people don't feel ready to do these things. And I'm here to say, ready might never happen.
Right.
I mean, I'm ready to give up ice cream. It's
No,
not going to happen.
no,
Right.
never. Heck no.
So, what do you think some of these roadblocks are for people when they say, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next month?
I think it's hard to visualize what you're going to be like in 10 or 20 years,
Mm,
where these decisions you make today will change your life, not just today, but more in the future.
sure.
I like people that say, what will my 80-year-old self think of what I'm doing today? Like how I'm living, how I'm eating, how I'm exercising. Because someday I want to be 80 and healthy,
Yeah.
but am I doing the right things now? So putting off things usually isn't a good idea.
I think that's a good call. I think sometimes we get a little bit busy,
Yeah,
right? Kind of going back to that, where it's like, I'll just put it off until I'm ready, right? Because I'm busy right now. I think sometimes they don't feel like their contribution might be enough either,
right.
where it's only $25, it's only $50. Is it really going to matter? And what do you think of what could you offer to people who say that? It's only $50.
Well, put $50 into the stock market once a month for a
Yeah,
year and see if you're happy you did it. I'm
that's
guessing most people would be.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. And that's just, $50 isn't too much for most people.
Yeah,
And then when you see it being more than 600, most likely, if it's a good year, and you see that habit starting and you can feel a little less stressed in this case, I think people will increase it to $100 a month or maybe more than that even.
yeah,
So don't be afraid to start small. You don't have to like climb
absolutely.
climb Mount Kilimanjaro tomorrow. Just go climb a little hill around your neighborhood and then go from there.
I think you hit it when you said creating a habit, right? I think that's part of the whole. It's not about the 25, the $50. Yeah, obviously $600 might not be life changing,
Right.
but it's the habit. It's the okay. I'm gonna purposely create this habit, this system that allows me to invest, and then I'll work at it from there. Maybe it's increasing it to a little bit more money, right?
Exactly.
As you start getting comfortable with that that system that you set up.
Exactly. I'm trying to stretch more, Justin,
Yeah.
because I feel tight and like stiff. And I found this book and it's helped me a lot. It's 9 minute stretches.
Hmm.
I think the guy had a smart title for the book because he knows that most likely you're going to do more than 9 minutes and it's not intimidating. And most times I have done more than 9 minutes and I feel good about
Heck yeah.
myself. So I think if you would have said 40-minute stretches, I would have probably never picked it up. Like, I'm not
Yep.
doing 40-minute
Yeah. I don't
stretches.
have time for 40
Yeah.
minutes.
But I think he said 9 minutes, you have time for nine. And most times I'm doing more than that for sure.
So once again, it's still building that habit, building that thing that allows you to have some flexibility with.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this question: do you think people are searching for security or freedom when they start investing?
Ooh, security or freedom? Wow, that's interesting. Both, maybe.
Yeah,
Some would
hopefully.
lean more towards the eventual freedom of being financially independent someday.
Yeah,
Some, the security that if something bad happens, I have an emergency fund or some money to fall back on. That's interesting. I think you're going to get both benefits if you start. You'll have some safety now, and you'll have future freedom if you keep doing this.
yeah.
Financial freedom.
I think that's a good point, especially with your emergency fund,
Yeah.
right? If you're looking for security, great. let's build that security. Let's actually be intentional with our money,
Right.
and let's build that emergency fund. And then as you grow and as you're ready, then we can move into that freedom number, that financial independence
Yeah.
piece, right? Where then we can really start having some fun with that freedom. Go on trips, go on some vacations, or do some other activities that allows you to play with your money a little bit more.
True.
So I like how it could be both.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call on that one. I was kind of,
Yeah,
you
that's a
know,
good question. Freedom or security?
freedom or security?
They kind of both.
Yep, kind of both.
You got to have security before you have freedom.
I agree with that. I think you need to be secure in where you're at. You need to be ready for some of those emergencies, and then from there you can have that freedom for sure. So, one last question here: are there any type of rules or suggestions that you might throw out to the viewers to help them if they're kind of, I'll put it off, I'll put it off? Anything that you can offer?
Putting off what?
If they're putting off their finances until they're ready, or if they're putting off investing because it's only a small amount, what would you say to that person?
One thought is, I love compound interest.
Mm-hmm.
Get out a compound interest calculator. They're easy to find online.
Yep.
And just see how your $50 a month will grow if you make 8% annually.
Nice.
Just see how it'll slowly build up, and then it'll take off eventually.
Heck yeah.
When you don't feel like there's going to be much progress, it's hard to imagine starting. Like you said, what's $50? Well, if you can consistently do that for a few years, you got a nice chunk of change. You have kind of an emergency fund now. Maybe you have $1,800.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than
And
nothing.
we're only talking 50. We could talk 200 a month or
Right.
300 a month. Now you're getting
Right.
into some numbers that might be a little more impactful.
Yeah. And if you do it for more than those 2 years, right, it just keeps on snowballing.
And you just got to know that if all goes right, you're going to someday be a year older, 5 years older, 10 years older.
Well,
Where do you want to be?
We don't talk about.
We don't want to live just YOLO. You only live
that's
once.
Right. That's right.
Because you might be saying that and saying that, oh, wait, I'm going to live another year. I thought I was only going to live. You got to imagine yourself older.
Yeah.
That's why I like when people say, like, imagine yourself being 80 someday or 75, or you pick the age.
Yeah.
And are you doing the right things now to set yourself up well? I would even go back to, like, if you're in your 20s or 30s, say, what do you want your 50s to look like? Health-wise, financially, relationships, whatever it might be.
The one thing that I would throw into there that I would respond with that falls in line with health and wealth and family is to take action.
Yeah.
Try it. Do something.
Yeah.
Right? Take that $50 and just see what happens. Take that next step.
Exactly.
So I hope some of this helps. If you got questions, comments, leave them down below. We'd love to interact with you. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.